Good afternoon, I'm Cooper Henkel, your surprise midweek anchor over here, and today on Up North at 4, we sit down with an ambitious young man looking to bring a unique baseball league up to the Northwoods. And we've got Chef Tom stopping by with some incredible recipes to make your fourth cookout one for the history books. Plus, Devin and I dig into all the weird, wacky, and otherwise what-inducing videos making their way around the internet this week. We've got all that and more, but first, your top 4 at 4. Merrill Fire Department upgraded their emergency care starting today, adding something called RSI, Rapid Sequential Intubation. Dr. Clark, the medical director for Merrill, helped bring the procedure over when they shifted to EMT paramedics. RSI requires 2 paramedics on site to perform. They use sedatives and paralytics to keep you still. Emergency responders can then insert a tube to help patients breathe. This used to only be able to be done on patients who were already unconscious. RSI lets them use throat cameras to help speed the procedure up and keep them safe. RSI will let paramedics help patients breathe, a major step toward their stabilizing. Teachers adapted as quickly as possible to online learning, but they can't do it all alone. That's why the Wisconsin School Music Association launched Wisconsin Music Strong. This new coalition aims to help music-related organizations, businesses, and interested people collaborate as schools start planning for next year. Social sciences, humanities, and other subjects that don't translate well online require a totally different approach than traditional classes. Wisconsin Strong hopes that their online resources will make sure that whatever happens in September, every student in Wisconsin has access to the arts. And cha-ching! It's Bobby Bonilla Day, New York Met fans. The former Major League Baseball player gets a check for nearly $1.2 million from the Mets every July 1st. Under his contract, he's going to get that check until 2035, when he'll be 72. The Mets wanted to part way with Bonilla in 1999, but he still had $6 million left on his contract. The owner, Fred Wilpon, negotiated a deal to defer payments until 2011. Followed by then the millions he's getting now. Wilpon fought for the deferment so the Mets could invest money in hopes of a big payout from, Bernie Madoff. You can guess how that ended for everybody but Bonilla. Good news if you've been jonesing for some summertime sports. Baseball is back. They said it best. It's opening day for the Wisconsin-Illinois Northwoods League. The Wisconsin Woodchucks will take on the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders at 6:30 tonight in Fond du Lac. There's going to be games running throughout the summer. You can find a full schedule and buy your tickets online.
Let's have a first look at your weather forecast this afternoon. We're watching a little bit of a few clouds currently moving through parts of Minocqua this afternoon. Plenty of traffic to go around out there this afternoon. We have a few clouds moving in now as this cold front here, a very weak dissipating cold front, is currently tracking off to the east. And as it does so, it's going to dissipate and we will be done with any of the clouds that do move through. The big story now are the temperatures. Look at this, 88 degrees in Waters Meet, 85 degrees in Rhinelander, 86 degrees in Wisconsin Rapids, and still 88 degrees in Rome. Throw the dew point out there. You can see it's also feeling warmer out there too. 60-degree dew point in Rhinelander, but over in Phillips, not too far away, it's currently at the 69-degree dew point, even some 70s too. That is that humid tropical air mass, so it's going to be feeling humid out there for a little bit. So for those of you that love some heat and humidity, it will be hanging around for a little while, and that's also making it feel warmer into the lower 90s further off to the west. So if you're outside this afternoon to the evening hours, just have some water handy, maybe jump into a lake too, and that'll give you a chance to cool down. Here is your hour-by-hour forecast for tonight. Temperatures will drop to around 64 degrees by 4 a.m. I'll have your full forecast coming up at 5 o'clock.
Let me introduce me. Here I come. Yeah.
Cuts, colors, braids, and fades. We stand for style. Cost Cutter Salons.
#1 in color in Wisconsin.
Joe Biden's trade deals with China cost Wisconsin nearly 89,000 jobs. But it doesn't stop there. Listen.
I'm supporting NAFTA because I think it is a positive thing to do.
NAFTA shipped our jobs to Mexico, closed our factories, and after 20 years, would Biden fix his mistake?
Do you support renegotiating NAFTA?
No.
Over 200,000 Wisconsin jobs lost. Joe Biden, he's been wrong for too long. America First Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Hi, I'm Dennis from Irma. I've had excruciating pain in my lower back and neck. And I contacted Dr. Scherer. We went over the situation together. And after a series of treatments, my pain is gone. So I feel that it was complete and successful.
Are you suffering with back or neck pain and considering the possibility of surgery? At the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau, we incorporate the latest technologies, including high-intensity laser therapy that provides the highest success rates in helping people just like you avoid back and neck surgery. With our treatments, there are no drugs and no surgery, just relief. Call today for a free spinal disc severity consultation and see if our treatments are right for you. Call 715-203-4392 or visit us at spinalaid.com. Start living your life pain-free.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. Today we're talking baseball. Unfortunately, I am pretty useless when it comes to the sport.
Right. I mean, it's been forever since I played. I usually play with family, friends in school, and stuff like that. You know, kind of the on the side stuff. And I had fun with it, but obviously something I wouldn't probably do up on higher levels. That's for the major leaguers, which hopefully will be coming back soon. But that's a different topic, right?
Yeah. Well, fortunately today we are going to be talking with somebody who knows a whole lot about baseball. Our first guest is Taylor Duncan. Taylor is a 24-year-old from Georgia, which maybe normally wouldn't be in Up North at 4 kind of a guest. But he's here for a pretty important reason, Devin.
Yeah, he is here for a very important reason today. He founded an alternative baseball, a nonprofit for teens and adults with autism.
Taylor joins us now to tell us more. Hi, Taylor.
Hello, how are you? Thank you for having me here. I'm excited to be with y'all today.
Oh, great. Well, thank you for joining us. I'm doing pretty great. Devin, how are you?
Yeah, doing very well. I mean, baseball, it's hot outside. It sounds like the perfect combo, right?
Yeah,
right.
We've had a pretty baseball-heavy episode so far. And I think the first question on everyone's minds here, Taylor, is what exactly is alternative baseball?
So alternative baseball provides the authentic baseball experience for teens and adults ages 15 years of age and older with autism and other disabilities for physical and social skills enrichment for life on and off baseball diamond.
So how did this all come together? How did you come up with the idea to start this? I mean, you're 24 years old and you're starting baseball leagues across the country. How?
Yes. Well, when I was much younger, at the age of 4, I was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, and I had a lot of speech issues, sensory issues, and anxiety issues. But with the positive experiences that I've had playing on traditional teams, playing America's pastime, playing slow pitch softball through the years, I finally decided it was time to provide the same positive opportunity for others just like myself, that we just want to be accepted for who we are and encouraged to be the best we can possibly be and supported to the maximum of our potential. We found out that a lot of those, just like myself, when they're graduated out of high school, unfortunately, in a lot of areas, once the Macho Man Randy Savage music stops, well, guess what? So do the eligibility for services, because they have an age cap on a lot of them.
It definitely sounds like a very good organization that's definitely getting going. How do players benefit from the league, aside from the obvious fun and community that comes from the team sports?
Oh yes, absolutely. It's much more than just a game. It's much more than a program. I call it a baseball experience for a reason. And I say that because those who played for years of competitive ball but just weren't allowed to progress, as well as those who never had the opportunity to play on a traditional baseball team before, we're all communicating with each other. We're learning the teamwork skills that are also needed for life off the baseball diamond into the world of employment as well.
Absolutely. So the reason we've got you on the show here today is you reached out to us actually because you were looking to start a league up here. So what do you need, and how can we help get started?
We need that coach manager. We need to find that coach manager up in the area to get that started. We need volunteers to help the coach manager because there are going to be roles the coach manager needs further help with. And of course, we need to find the players to serve. And once we get one going in the Wausau area, up there in that area of Wisconsin, we want to go into surrounding suburbs as well. We want to start us an area league. We can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 programs if we wanted to, as long as we had enough support from the community up there to be able to put it all together.
I think alternative baseball would be a great addition to the community, and I mean, me myself, I'm also on the autism spectrum, so there's a lot of communication struggles when it comes to things like maybe I'll stutter every now and again and everything else. So I think alternative baseball is a great way to get people together to say, hey, you're not alone in the struggle, and there's people out there on the spectrum, not on the spectrum, that supports them. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
So kind of asking this question to both of you, as someone who is not on the spectrum, if we're trying to do some kind of sports activity, how can people who maybe aren't familiar with autism and kind of what goes into that, how can they participate better on teams like this, and how can maybe we make sure that we're supporting people with autism in alternative or traditional sports groups as well?
Yes, absolutely. We actually encourage as many people as possible to become involved in alternative baseball, even if it's come spectating at games, even if it is volunteering, even if you don't have any experience with those with disabilities, there's always some sort of fit for you in alternative baseball, and you get a front row seat to watch what we can do, not on the perceptions of what we can't, but what we can. When we're supported to be the best we can be, and when we're encouraged to reach our maximum potential and to keep working beyond even our own wildest imagination of what we can accomplish, then there ain't no telling what can happen.
Well, Taylor, I want to thank you once again for taking the time to come on today and talk with us about this. I think it is incredibly important, and I truly hope we can find some volunteers. Devin?
I guess in a nutshell, where can people go to get more information on the league?
Go on www.alternativebaseball.org, and then there's forums for everyone. There's a forum for those who want to play, a forum for those who want to volunteer, those who want to coach, and we even have one for umpires. And I promise you, we'll do our best to keep the ball and strike argument to a minimal.
All right. Well, we are looking forward to it, and I can't wait to see my first alternative baseball game. Thank you so much, Taylor.
Absolutely. Look out, COVID-19. Here we come in spring of 2021. Sign up today.
All right. Well, if you're interested in learning more about alternative baseball, like you said, you can head over to their website, alternativebaseball.org. And when we come back, we're going to talk to Chef Tom from CT's Deli and here in Rhinelander for some tips on upping your 4th of July grill game. See you soon.
Incredible deals, huge markdowns, plus free doorstep shipping on everything. What a sale. The 4th of July sale at Slumberland Furniture.
LDF Country Market is a full-service grocery store with the area's lowest gas prices. Quality, selection, priced right in one stop. Shop our always fresh produce, locally sourced from area farms when available. Make meals easy with hand-cut meats from our legendary butchers. You'll make mouths water. Enjoy hot and ready deli meals cooked daily just for you. Browse a large selection of handcrafted, authentic Native American jewelry. Join our rewards club and save with weekly specials at ldfcountrymarket.com.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
the St. Germain Chamber of Commerce presents their summer concert crawl. Join us at this local establishment for great live music.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America,
and to a republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. We are here with Chef Tom from CT's Deli, and I see you've got some goodies set out for us here.
Good afternoon. What we're trying to key in on is the 4th of July. We're trying to make it very simple and very easy. We have a very low budget cut of meat today that we're going to do. We're going to do a Korean beef barbecue. And so what I did with this, go ahead.
Yeah. One reason that we chose this recipe was because COVID has left meat prices pretty high, and it's tough to get good cuts of beef. So figuring out how to make something delicious for your 4th of July on, let's not call it a budget, but with some creativity is what we were hoping for, and you definitely delivered. This looks incredible. So what can you tell us about the steak?
This is a sirloin that I just basically butterflied the sirloin out, just like this. I take a larger cut and I just flay it back. I take the back of my knife and I just basically tenderize the cut of meat like this until you can just kind of get it to a point where it's palatable.
Okay.
Once we do that, then we're just going to put together a mixture of all these wonderful flavors. We're going to start with sesame oil, about 1/8 of a cup or so of sesame oil, not too much because it's very powerful. We're going to start with some soy sauce. Soy sauce is going to be your salt in this dish. We're just going to add some soy, and then we're going to go into our aromatics. We're going to hit some diced onions, some fresh chopped garlic, some fresh diced ginger, and then we're going to get into a pear puree. The biggest thing about this particular dish is the puree.
Okay.
The pear puree is what you're going to marinate that with. That's going to break down your meat and take that tough sirloin and make it really tender.
So now, is this just blended up pears, or is there something else?
It is. It's a pureed pear. And you can use an anchu or you can use a barlet, whatever is good for you. We're going to add a little brown sugar for sweetness. And then at the deli, we have signature oils and vinegars. And we're going to add a green chili oil for a little bit of spice.
Okay.
And then we're going to add our honey ginger white balsamic just to give it a little bit more liquid for a little bit more of a marinade. And that, we're just going to mix that together. At the very end, we're going to add our hoisin, which is basically your Korean barbecue sauce, or your Asian barbecue sauce.
It is so good.
It looks very tasty, and it smells so good too. I wish TV had smell-o-vision.
I know.
Right?
I was in Korea for years, and this is. I feel like I am sitting in a Korean barbecue, and I am very, very excited and very, very disappointed that we do not have a grill in the studio.
Right.
So
this
needs to sit for at least one day. That's the greatest thing about a 4th of July barbecue. You can do this a day ahead of time. Get your grill good and hot, and on this thing goes, and it's done. The reason you want to do this fast, it's thin. You don't want a big hunk of piece of meat, so this is going to go very quick on your grill.
Okay.
And then we're just going to finish it off with a nice little broccoli carrot slaw. We're just going to add this. This just kind of gives you a summertime feel. And on this, we're just going to add a white balsamic vinegar into the slaw, a little salt and pepper. We're just going to kind of toss this around. Let this sit at room temperature for about an hour and then cool it down at night. Just let all those flavors kind of meld inside that slaw.
Okay.
And then I would just take some really nice fresh fruit. I recommend pineapple.
Oh, okay.
Get a really good, once your grill is hot, just grill out some pineapple. And then you're going to finish that off with a little traditional balsamic right over the top of your pineapple, right as you plate the dish.
So you're just putting the vinegar right on top of the pineapple and the beef, right?
Exactly.
Okay, awesome.
So it just adds a nice flair. It gives you a nice color, some great flavor. And once again, we've got the nice fresh slaw for the summertime, the sweetness of the fruit, and then you got that salty, savory barbecue beef. It's absolutely wonderful.
Awesome. So this looks like something somebody could do pretty quickly at home for the 4th here.
Absolutely.
What are you guys doing? Because I hear you've got a pretty big weekend planned, and I don't think you're going to be grilling at home with friends.
No, I'm not. So on Friday, we have our grand opening. Luckily enough, we've been together and open for 5 years. Great team down there at CT's. We got live music from 5 to 8. We have Friday night fish fry from 5 to 8. And we're doing our specialty pulled pork sandwiches from 10 to 8. I recommend you stop and see us. We have an expansion that we're opening up to the public really excited to showcase what we now have.
And how big did the space go? You guys said you were like pretty small, and now how much space do you guys have?
Well, we've almost tripled our space.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, Tom. This looks amazing. I cannot wait to try this myself. And I'm looking forward to those pulled pork sandwiches on Friday. When we come back, Devin and I will have all of your Wednesday what? But until then, stay tuned.
Jeopardy's Big Champions, Big Wins.
All the cheddar, please.
With James Holzhauer.
You're in position to set a new one-day record.
In one of his best games ever.
Weekdays at 4:30 on NBC 12.
Newswatch 12 brings you the most local news, weather, and sports.
That's right. We are your NBC station for national news and great primetime shows.
Everything on Newswatch 12 is closed captioned so everyone can stay informed and entertained.
Brought to you by Miracle Ear.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
The Diocese of La Crosse televised Mass, Sundays at 6:30 a.m. on this station. Please join Bishop Callahan and the priests and faithful of the diocese Sunday mornings at 6:30 a.m.
There have been many changes during the past 50 years, but one thing has remained the same: Bone & Joint's dedication to helping people move better with less pain. It's the pledge of our doctors and staff that has set the standard for quality care in central Wisconsin. Whether you need orthopedic, sports medicine, spine, pain management, podiatry, or physical therapy services, you can count on Bone & Joint's experienced providers to lead the way. Call us and make your appointment today. Bone & Joint, leaders in care for more than 50 years.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat, the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites, and always a smile.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Kitchen Bath Mart.
Thanks for tuning in at Up North at 4. It's time for some Wednesday.
Right? I mean, you never know what you're going to see on Wednesday what.
Yeah. Well, first up, Chef Tom got my stomach rumbling a little bit with that bulgogi recipe, but the next food bit, Devin, I don't know. An Egyptian ice cream store made a COVID-shaped treat.
I'm already not liking this.
The store owner is hoping that this newest creation will make people feel a little more comfortable in his shop while also remembering to maintain proper social distancing measures.
Okay, maybe I changed my mind a little bit.
Well, the artistic ice cream maker wanted to do something that would bring people joy after being stuck inside for months. He says that some people were feeling a little uneasy about it, but they pretty quickly embraced it. So, Devin...
You kind of saw my reaction right there. I'm like, I didn't quite like this right away, but then you get the creativity there. It's supposed to be like, be careful, but yeah, right?
So, how badly do you want to make it into the record books, Devin?
Not very badly, honestly.
Well, this guy wants to do it pretty bad. David Rush wanted his name to be down for taking the most sponges to the face.
Okay, this is even more weird.
Yeah. So, fully soaked, wet, heavy sponges slapping against your face one at a time. Rush took about 92 to the face. He somehow convinced his neighbors to help him go for his most recent record, putting him somewhere over 151. He's a busy man.
So the big question is, did he make the record books with this?
He did, actually. He did manage to make the records on this. I'm pretty impressed. So the last little bit of weirdness that we've got going on here, Devin, is something a little more personal. Wrigley Field apparently was recreated in a small backyard down in Chicago.
This is actually pretty cute.
Isn't it though? He was hoping to be able to entertain himself, given that he's not able to actually go out. But I think it looks pretty good personally.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm a St. Louis Cardinals fan, so boo Cubs in my opinion, so I'm going to get a lot of calls for that now, but I will say this is very cute. You gotta get some sports takes your mind off of all the stress that's going on in the world today, right?
You know, I'm good with the weirdness and the what, but that's all for us today on that. We'll see you shortly.
As we all face COVID-19 together, it's important to support local businesses. And we are shining the spotlight on innovative ways that businesses are serving our community.
Visit our website for our freshest batch of ways to help local business owners weather this storm.
There are many ways to support local businesses, such as ordering takeout from your favorite restaurant.
Now more than ever, we need to support our local businesses so we get through these hard times and come out even stronger.
At WJFW, our Newswatch 12 news team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most of all to the North Woods. Our team is committed to the community and ensuring that you are as informed as possible. NBC Newswatch 12, news from where you live.
Music every weekend, never a cover, and drinks priced right. TV, pool, darts, and more. Happy's Pub in downtown Woodruff.
Save big money in your next project with 11% off everything now at Menards. Save big on a great selection of shingles. Owens Corning Oak Ridge and Duration shingles feature a limited lifetime warranty. Or choose Supreme 25-year shingles, all 11% off. Improve your home's curb appeal with Ideal Garage Doors. Ideal offers dozens of styles and options to suit your home and lifestyle. All 11% off. Stop waiting and start saving with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
This week on Jeopardy!
I can't believe how good these contestants have been.
Big champions, big wins.
If you're going to beat him, you had better bring your A game.
Including the legendary James Holzhauer.
All the cheddar, please.
In one of his best games.
You're in position to set a new one-day record.
And this week, the first player to ever beat him, Emma Bencher.
I think I gotta make it a true daily double.
Big champions, big wins on Jeopardy!
Weekdays at 4:30, brought to you locally by North Star Mohican Casino Resort.
Meet our son. If we're gonna adopt, we gotta know what we're doing. If we're gonna do this, he's not our kid.
Is he having second thoughts?
Council of Dads, season finale, Thursday on NBC.
I led them straight to us, and I should have known there's a trap.
Madeline just found us. Whatever happens, I love you.
All right, welcome back. We are wrapping things up here. Thanks for joining us. Looking ahead at the 4th, I think everything looked pretty great. And tonight, you can check out Peter Dubois and Justin Betty. They will be talking about some big changes coming for a 4th of July parade that's not so much a parade anymore.
Yeah. So, and it'll also be hot too. We'll have your full weather forecast coming up at 5.
See you Monday.